Thank God you're here, Judith. Oh, of course, fortune pouring. Thank God. Hola, hola, ¿qué pasa con yo? Oh my Lord. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, we have a Troy on earlier today, earlier than morning. Morning, brother. Troy couldn't do 10:30 to 11:30. He can do 10 to 11. So that's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow we have B-Boy Menlo, and then at night we have famed legendary comedian Russell Peters at 8 p.m. So I got my boy Russ at 8 p.m. Longtime friend. You can't hear me? Can you guys not hear me? Tell me. You can hear. It's just you, artist era. That's not a bad thing. That's just a reality. Okay. So, what's up, the Syndicate boys? What's up, Assault Color? There he is. Certified Health Nut, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Manny Danger, Certified Health Nut. Angela Argentina, Svet. Okay, I'm going to go live. And away we go. People need to learn how to wave. See, I'm just clicking a button of waving. Nope.
Yo,
You're
guys.
not waving. People are not waving. What's up, Troy?
Hey.
Hey, just so you know, there's a button that you can push so I can wave back at you, but you don't do it right, then you ain't going to get the wave back.
Yo.
So you're waving at me like the real Mars, Cuzrock, and Celestial Dancer. They're waving, but it's not something that I could respond to. I don't know how you do that. I'm not a versatile
Waver.
waver. There he is. Josh in the house. Greg36 in the house. Justin Bieber. Damn, were you bummed, Tyson Flows, when it didn't say Justin Bieber? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, you were like, Justin Bieber's live. It's exciting. There it is. Okay. Choo Choo, Bell out joined and did a wave. All I'm going to do is click it. Look, click it. Boom. And I wave back. Congo Canvas did a wave where I could just click it. Boom. Everybody else, the Syndicate boys, you just waving. You don't have anything for me to click. How do you do that? Rosie DW, how do you do that? I'm just clicking your wave. I don't even know how to do it. Anyway, these are things that the retired ninja, you're doing it right. T Mills, you're doing it wrong. Red Official, you're doing it wrong. Oh my God, look at Troy. What's up, brother?
Look at that. I just came back from a great walk, man.
C1 any doing it wrong. Yeah.
Take you guys through some simple stuff.
Okay, hold on. Shit, I got to get up. That means I got to get up. Gotta get up, 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 gotta get up.
Yeah, we could just do some simple stuff. I got some rubber bands here.
What's metamirism? What's up? What's up? I waved back at you because all I did is push a button. Everybody else just waving like this. But how about if we don't have
If
a
you
band?
don't have a band,
I do have a band in the other room. I could get it.
yeah, you don't need it. You can just put your hands up like this,
Okay.
right, and engage. You want to engage everything here.
Okay.
Because, so basically, what we're going to do is a little bit of We're going to do a little bit of corrective exercises because we're all sitting and texting and typing, and our hip flexors are shutting down. So we're just going to open up the body and activate the posterior chain, right? So first and foremost, you want to have full use of your body. So you should be able to lift your hands over your head to full extension. You want to do it a little bit slowly so that you feel the engagement of all of this. I'm working with my Rolfer right now, and he's stripping the back of my tricep, which turned into basically a calcified rock. So I'm paying him a lot of money to strip that because that's pulling on my subscap through my rear delt.
Okay. So keep going.
The older we get, we just want to stay mobile. That's the main objective. It's nice to have muscles and strength, and I love that, and I wish that for everyone. but most importantly, you have to have mobility, flexibility, stability, then strength, and then power. You can't have one without the other. If you're loading up muscles that are out of balance, you're setting yourself up for a big injury. So it's really good to stay mobile. So whether you have a band or whether you don't have a band, right? Just imagine pulling those out, right? And then I wanted to show you my posterior chain because at 54, I want to stay active, right? I'm also being pulled down by gravity. And so any movement that you want to do from your fingertips all the way to your core, because you got brain material, brain ganglia, that goes right in through your heart to your gut. Actually, it's all connected. So you want your fingertips, this is kind of a kung fu martial arts element. You want to be connected at all times throughout the whole body. So back to the shoulders, activating the posterior chain, pinching the shoulder blades together, and then just bringing that out as if you had a band. I actually like working without a band, but you can do it with the band too. I think too often we get addicted to having to have equipment. But actually, if you just go outside in nature and figure it out, I just went for an hour-and-a-half walk. That just clears the head, and walking's the best exercise. And you can do these types of exercises anywhere. So if activating your posterior chain is not where you're at today, then that's fine. Just you can walk in place. You can do the Zen swing. Just get some rhythmic mobility into the body. Whatever works for you guys at home. But I'm going to show you how to activate the posterior chain in a very simple way. Hold on.
I'm just swinging.
So swing, that's good. So everybody at home that wants to work on their posterior chain, pull the string. Just make sure that you're activated. See the delt and the subscap and all that stuff? Hold on. Make sure that you're fully engaged. Get your fingers into it as well. And pinch your ass at the same time. Guys, you don't want to lose you blow out your guts, and then your ass goes next, and then back pain, neck pain, all hell breaks loose. You don't want to do that. You want to keep everything active back there. And because we're sitting, we're driving, we're domesticated, we're losing it a bit. And so, again, arms out. Thanks, babe. Wonderful wife brought my mate tea for me. Everyone, Mrs. Health Nut. Okay, so we're just bringing that out. Another one you can do, stick your hands out like that. This engages the shoulder a little bit more. We'll do 10 forward. And again, pinching that scapula, subscapularis.
I'm sweating.
Supraspinatus, rhomboids, deltoids, and then flip it, right? Go back. And you guys, you want perfect form in this, right? So pinch the glutes, engage the core, pinch the scap. This is more of a nervous system exercise more than a musculoskeletal strengthening exercise. Nervous system is the first level of strength. And shake that out.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wasn't
Justin,
much, bro.
All we're doing is activating the muscles in the nervous system. That's it. To things that can easily go dormant. Again, lift your hands all the way up get your fingers engaged and see if you can feel underneath your rib cage and down around your hips, the top of your sacrum. Just feel completely engaged. Everything. Reach them up. Change the positions in your hands too. Before all this went down, I got an injury here because I was getting some serious pumps. I was building. I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then I just got too frisky. And then my tricep froze up. And then it pinched my subscap and up in, like, I think it's called the teres. And then next thing you know, I was like, and I was tweaked. And so I've had to lay off the weights for quite a while. So I'm doing all these corrective exercises. Another one that I want to show you guys, I think it's called Samasthita in yoga. And I'm not going to work you guys out too hard. So just entertain me over here. So this one, we're going to go. So this is considered mountain pose. Toes and ankles are together, activating the quadriceps, pulling the kneecaps off of the shins, activating the glutes or pinching the butt. Then take your hands and you're going to externally rotate. So this is internal, right? That's how we're on cell phone driving. And then externally rotate, right? So externally rotate out. Pinch your glutes, pinch your scap, stand tall. There's a string coming out of the top of your head. Tuck your chin a little bit. Find that sweet spot for all of your spinal activity. Your head should just bobble up there easily. Make sure that your legs aren't collapsing, your ass is engaged, and breathe. Hey guys, newsflash, keep breathing, right? You can do that Ujjayi breathing with the yoga as well. Scrape it over the back of your mouth, your neck. So, find your perfect posture, guys. Play with this. We're going to be here for 3 to 5 minutes.
This is challenging.
And all you're doing is engaging what has gone dormant and you guys aren't using normally, which the older you get, corrective exercises are essential. Don't wait till you get injured for this stuff, guys. Yeah. Our final one, I'm going to show you on the ground and on the ball. But right now, guys, all we're doing, the only thing you need to do this, and I can show you later, we'll do it laying down. You could do it when you wake up in the morning. You need 3 minutes. And you could do sets of 30 seconds. So we're engaging, externally rotating, because you're activating all of your tricep, the back of your forearm. Because remember, we're turned in like this all day long. Turn it out, baby. Turn it out. Activating. Toes and ankles together, pinching the glutes, lifting the body up, finding your own sweet spot in time and space and gravity, right? You're a human being, you're flesh and bones. You wanna feel your body, be activated. Keep breathing, in through the nose, out through the nose, full breaths. Keep breathing, guys. You only got to do this for 3 minutes, and then your nervous system is activated. So once you do this consistently, what it does is it pulls your body up. So you get good posture walking around, right? So, because it's activating the neurology, which is the first level of strength. So you guys keep doing that. Keep breathing. I'm going to pump up my ball. And then show you guys how to do it on the ball. Keep breathing.
This hurts. This is good. This is a good hurt, though.
Okay, so let it go. Shake it out. take a couple breaths, guys. Walk around, walk in place, shake it out, and then start again. Because if it's hurting, you want excellent form. You want perfect form.
Ooh.
So in yoga, that is called Samasthiti or mountain pose. And then I'm going to show you guys Supermans and prone cobras. And these
Working out my
are
fingers.
exercises you want to do every day. It's only going to take you 3 minutes total. You know, you can do them as a warm-up before you hit the gym. So get back into that pose.
I'm getting back into it.
And start breathing. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. I'm going to show you guys on the ball. I need a professional cameraman over here. All right, so here we go, guys. So here you are. So here you come up. Same thing. Fully engaged. And again, you guys can do sets of 30 seconds. Make sure that your neck is neutral. It's not pulled up or collapsed. It's pretty much neutral. Staring at the ground.
The ball's great, man. I do so many things on the ball. The ball's awesome.
Yeah, the ball's incredible, and thank Paul Check for the ball. Okay, Paul Check brought the ball in there. So just kind of loosen it up. Just relax. Yeah, you can roll the shoulders, shake out the hands, shake out the backside. I got jiggly parts too, you know. Just keep it jiggly. Right? And so I'll show you a couple other exercises on the ground for the posterior chain. So again, you wake up in the morning, you flip over in the front. The first exercise I want to show you guys is called the Mackenzie press up. It's basically you're stretching the front part of your spine. This will eliminate most lower back pain. So it's not a push-up, it's a stretch. Right where your belly button is, your spine's coming forward. So most of us have our little jelly donuts in those spines. They can be ruptured discs and stuff. This will alleviate it. This is not strenuous. Your gentle stretch and opening up the front of the spine. It's called a Mackenzie press up. You'll get rid of most of your lower back pain just with this exercise. If it hurts, you're doing it wrong, so make some adjustments. Okay, so that's a Mackenzie press up. You can do 10 or 15 or 20 of these right when you wake up in the morning, and then do your prone cobras, right? So externally rotating. You can take your legs up or you can leave them down. The main engagement is the back. The nervous system exercise, not a musculoskeletal exercise. And again, you only need 3 minutes of this, so time it. You can do sets of 10 seconds. You can do sets of 1.5 minutes. It doesn't matter, just 3 minutes total. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Neutral neck. You can do this standing, you can do it on the ball, or you can do it in your bed. Okay, from there, you can also do Supermans, which are like this, completely flying. Or you can do alternating Supermans. Left foot, right hand. Superman, flying through the air. So that's going to light up everything. Okay, so the finale we're going to do with you guys. Where are you guys? Here we are. The finale is the this is the horse stance. So lift one knee and one hand off the ground and just balance there. And then switch on the other side. Take a few breaths, 5 breaths, 10 breaths, whatever works for you. And feel the engagement in your core. Feel it. Belly button to spine. The advancement for this one is simply to extend the leg and the hand. How can I do that? You can come down. And the advancement for this, too, you can get on the ball. Don't get on the ball, because it's very hard, unless you're fully stable. Get that thumb up. I hope that makes sense. Ultimately, and then later on, you get the ball, you just climb up on top of that puppy. Just by climbing on it, it's going to teach you. This is 4 points.
Yo,
This is 2 points, right? This is 4 points. So just figure it out. Don't hurt yourself. Put this on the grass or the beach, you know. But basically, this is anti-aging because your brain. And this is all kind of yoga principles as well. But your brain fires.
Troy, I got a bunch of exercises that I do on the ball as well that I used to do all the time, which are really, really fun. Which is like that, just standing on the ball, all kinds of crazy ball stuff.
Yeah, and guys,
I don't do it as much.
And you know, hey, look, don't make it a thing. I saw your ball down in your office the other day. It's like in your studio, and it's just like climb up on it every once in a while. Or,
yeah.
You know, you only have to do it a minute, or you can do a full blown hour and a half exercise workout on it.
Yeah.
But just don't make it a thing. But get there and activate your neurology. The biggest thing is that we age, and when we age, our brain deteriorates. And your brain is keeping you up in time and space and proprioception and balance, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not challenging that, you're losing that. And your balance centers are directly related to your memory centers. And we've seen a lot of Parkinson's and all sorts of brain issues. What's that other one? Alzheimer's.
Just dementia.
And dementia, you know? So like, keep that brain fresh, man. Get right up.
Yeah, by the way, Fortune Emporium says he saw your balls in your office. He saw all my balls. Yes. Woo, look at that motherfucker. Man, I wish we could see. We can't see you standing on there. You got to put the camera down.
Woo. So you can work towards this, but this is very dangerous. So I'm not telling you. Get up, play with the ball, play with your balls. So I hope that posterior chain lecture helped you guys.
For sure.
Posterior chain, guys. Activate the posterior chain. That's all we're doing here. Keeping it simple, keeping you guys mobile, keeping your brain fresh, keeping it simple, you know. Keeping it simple. But I tell you, if that's too complicated for you psycho chickens, then I can get you out just simply walking. Because walking, let me tell you, is the best medicine. I just came back from a walk, and nothing feels better than having both hemispheres firing. The old cross crawl just gets you all lit up, man. Gets you alive, you know. And it's so simple, you know. So sometimes we get caught up in thinking that we need this high intensity workout. Before. Now, don't get me wrong. It's good if some people are sedentary and then they get into good shape during the coronavirus. But again, we can use the rest. Most people are facing burnout. So they were before the coronavirus. Now we all have a little bit of extra time. Even my wife, you know, she struggled after the kids and was exhausted for years. She finally caught up on her sleep. I think most thyroid disease can be cured with about 3 months worth of bed rest.
Troy, this morning I did 11 from the gate there to my other gate up there, back down, and then and when I say 11, I mean 22, but I'm keeping it real, like a lap.
Dude, that's serious workout, bro. I love that.
Well,
you know, I bet you were sweating balls
I was
off,
drenched.
too.
I was drenched. It felt good though. It was necessary.
Yep. And here's the other thing, guys. Get your exercise in the morning so that your endorphins, your serotonin, and your dopamine, your chemical manufacturing plant, woo, that gets the brain all lit up, and then you're set for a great day. Jump in a cold shower first thing in the morning. Go out for a walk or a run or some stairs or some corrective exercise. Get moving the blood, the chi, and then, you know, get to work. You know, go out for a walk at dinner. Do 2 sessions of walking. You want to lose weight? Do double sessions. And walking's the best exercise for the human body.
What are you drinking, Troy?
This is mate. Mrs. Healthnut brought up here for me. I got on the mate train with you, Justin.
I'm drinking mate this morning too.
Hey, dude, it was great hanging out with you on Sunday and seeing you after the Freedom Rally, and then and getting that book, dude, man. That book is so awesome. Justin gave me the Legends of Hip Hop, and I just produced a book, so I'm so happy to dig into it, and the stories and the paintings. And I love how, you know, you came from New York, man, but you got Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, ECE. You got all the West Coasters in there, man.
Well, those are the people that influence me the most. You know, like I feel like there's a bunch of people, and they're right up there.
Me too, buddy.
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, to me, you can't talk about. There's like waves of the culture. You know, there's like ripples in the ocean, and then there's like tsunamis. And so some people are just a ripple, and some people are a wave, and some people are a tsunami.
Yes. Some people are the wave, and some people are the particle.
And some people don't make any ripple at all. They jump in the ocean and they just kind of like go, bloop, and you're like, what the fuck happened to that dude? You're like, wow.
He was reincarnated as a dud.
I'm just saying, you know, like shit, you know. By the way, look at that painting I put in my office right there. That's an old school BUA right there.
Oh, dude, that's sick. Oh, dude, what are those, funky gazelles?
Of course.
Oh, dude, that's sick, dude. That's sick.
I got, you know, I think that the same thing is in art is true in art. There's some people who are waves and ripples and tsunamis, you know, and that's just the way it is. And there's a lot of factors with that. Just a lot of factors. It's when you walk through the door at one point in history, was it ready for you? You know, all kinds of shit. Too many factors. Michelangelo was a tsunami. Frozen,
Okay, I
bro.
got all sorts of notifications. I know,
Yeah,
I got notifications coming
you
on.
got to turn your notifications off.
I know, it's from Instagram, actually. So,
Who? You have your print. You have my print in the living room. Thank you, bro.
somebody mentioned the Freedom Rally the other day. I got a little out of control there. I think it was great in person, but we're cutting the video. I took it down. I was a little too psycho chicken for people that weren't there.
Why did you take it down?
What's that? But just
Why did
because
you take it down?
it was out of context, and people are being so divisive, and I don't mind being divisive, but I don't want that being my main thing. You know, it's like if you want to wear the mask and it makes you feel better in your nervous system, you know, I understand and have compassion for you. Me, it gets underneath my skin, and I see the totalitarian tiptoe and all sorts of weirdo politics, geopolitics, shadow politics. Who knows what the hell's going on with all the Fauci and Gates and Trump and Pelosi.
I can't wear the mask. I can't wear the mask because I feel like I'm suffocating. And I equate it to, if you're not wearing an N95 mask, you're basically, you know, it's like a mosquito flying through barbed wire. There's no real protection from a cloth mask. The mask don't help with the virus, Miss Denise says, which is true. But the other thing is, it's like really uncomfortable, and it feels contaminated, and it feels like we're gagged and not able to communicate. And I notice, like, the most intense thing I see is when my baby, my 17-month-old, exactly, my 17-month-old says hi to everybody, and she can't read what they're saying back because they just look at her, and even if they're smiling or not or frowning, she can't see it, so she gets really confused. So she's like, hi, 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 and they're like this.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she's like, what the fuck? Like, it's a really scary thing. You can't breathe, you can't communicate, which is really essentially probably the worst thing ever. Is there's a connectivity that's gone. People need to start, you know, connecting with people, loving people, hugging people, and just like saying hello. If you want to social distance, you should go over there and say hi, you know? But
yep.
You want to say hi? Come here. She wants to say hi right now because she's used to saying hi without a mask. Oh, say hi. Say hi.
Hello. Remember me? Baby lover?
Say hi.
Hi.
See? But if you had a mask on, she wouldn't be able to say hi. So I can't. I can't do it. It's like impossible. And I feel like, honestly, I'm dying. You know, when I talked to an interesting trainer, and then he talked to like Chuck Liddell's trainer and everything, and they're like, you can't wear the mask. It's like if you're breathing in your own CO2. Like the trainers are telling me it's super gnarly for your health.
Yeah.
So on every level, it's just really toxic. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, literally, psychologically. You know, it's bad.
I think it's the psychologically is probably the least looked at, but the most significant because
Say bye.
The dehumanizing aspect of it. You know, I feel the same way about, you know, burqas in the Islamic tradition. If God meant us to have, you know, bags over our head, he would have put a flap of skin over the face. You know?
God, and that's a really good point, is that God did not mean us to be masked. God did not mean us to be bonded. The only people that are bonded are people that are, you know, enslaved, and it's a very unhealthy thing. You know, I know what it, you know, I don't even like the feeling. Like, I've been in handcuffs a few times in my life, and it feels like shit. Like, I hate the feeling. It is the ultimate complete, like, you have to completely surrender to a stranger, and be in shackles, and it's the worst feeling. So now we're putting a shackle over our own mouth. That feels even creepier. And I see everybody's doing it. Everybody's like, taking, breathing, and then putting it back on, and nobody likes it. I mean, there's probably some fetishistic qualities to it where people are kind of getting into the, fear fetish of it all, and the hidden fetish. Like I've talked to some people, like I really like being incognito, which is a whole other thing. But for the most part, it's just really bad, bad energy.
Everybody's a gangster now. So
Yeah.
two things that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the Freedom Rally, but if everyone has anyone has a question, drop the question. There's a little square box with a question mark. Drop a question in that, and then Justin can hit that.
Okay,
Justin,
I already got one.
When you hit that, it actually pumps up the algorithms.
Okay, so someone asked, is there some...
No, you got to hit it. Hit it.
I did.
So it illuminates on the page.
Oh. Can you see that? Oh, I see.
Press it. There you go.
Oh, shit. I never did that shit. I was always wondering what the hell that is.
See the Q&A that pops up? That's going to change your algorithms. You'll get another 20 people up there.
Okay, so can you do an exercise for knee injuries?
Yes. So with injuries, you want to surround the dragon. Strengthen and stretch the area around the knee. So stretch the calves, stretch the top of the foot, get Rolfed, do all sorts of stuff to elongate that, and then, stretch the quadricep. You may have to, strengthen the glutes. You may have to change your diet because you may be inflamed, and that inflammation goes to the joints. First, it goes to the nerve plexus around the organs that are inflamed because of the gut. And you're usually being inflamed by soy, corn, sugar, pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals. So you're being poisoned by the foods that you're putting in the body. Nightshades. This inflames the body, and it can go directly to the big joints like the knee.
Everybody ask a question. How do they ask it so where it winds up in the question mark thing? How do they do that?
When they're at home, you go down to the bottom of your screen, you click the button that says question mark box, and then ask a question right there.
Okay, guys, do it.
Put it up here, then more people will be engaged. For some reason, that works with the algorithms.
Okay, guys, Josh, Juno, me, do it. Let's go. Ask some questions. Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, freedom and the opposite of freedom, which you were talking about being kind of emasculated or masked, enslaved, psychologically oppressed. The opposite of that, I experienced at City Hall on Sunday. People are writing me on my Instagram like, "What are you protesting for? This is protecting people." Hey, look, as far as I can see, it's not a big problem statistically. Everyone dies. I think it's 0.26 are the most sharpest numbers right now, which is just above the seasonal flu. There's many ways to look at those statistics, but you have to look at either the Stanford report or the USC report and really understand that the statistics are skewed on the media, but the actual real statistics, it's a nothing burger. So first and foremost, I wanted to say that. Then Dennis Prager spoke. One of the viral doctors that stood in front of a hospital in Orange County. He was a bald-headed guy with scrubs and a white jacket on. He was there explaining that not only is this unconstitutional, it's also dangerous for your health wearing these masks, et cetera, et cetera. The hospitals aren't full, doesn't warrant us shutting down society, et cetera. And then a Harvard-trained civil rights attorney, and she's actually a doctor at the same time, repeated the same thing. So by the time I got up there, all the facts were put out there. I just didn't want to be another fact guy. But, I've always wanted to become a rock star, a rap star, but I can't rap or sing. But I'm up there, and I'm talking about my story of wearing my mask and getting kicked out of the co-op. And then I started screaming the freedom like Zach De La Roche or Mel Gibson in Braveheart. And I felt so intoxicated. It just felt amazing. and it's on Memorial Day when, you know, other people fought, you know, we remember like fighting for our freedom, and it just felt so empowering, you know, and if you weren't there, you couldn't feel the vibe. So you couldn't really understand, but
So Scotsman is asking, lockdown is starting to ease. What do you think is coming next in the aftermath?
me, I mean, the way I see the globalists want to do it, or the people that are trying to control or manipulate or control the money markets, etc., trying to control everything, force vaccinations, you know, RFID chips. DARPA, the technology wing of the military, already has nanobots that they can inject in you via vaccines so that you can interface with AI and load up to the mainframe. Like, this is real. This is not a conspiracy theory. I mean, this is not like, this is fact, right? So is that what's coming? No, that's not what I'm calling forth. I'm calling forth a complete, you know, peace on earth, and it's up to us to make those changes.
Yeah,
What
and I
was
think
this question again?
no. What's coming in the aftermath? I think that there will be. Well,
They
hopefully
want a
there will be.
second wave.
I think that people, regardless of whether you believe this or not, are getting more in touch with their health and, you know, getting in touch with the reality. And I think if you have to be prepared for anything, that's what you have to know, that you cannot rely. You know, Ronald Reagan said the most dangerous 9 words are, "Hi, I'm from the government and I'm here to help." You know what I mean? Like, you have to rely on yourself. You cannot rely on the government. There's a reason why we have the Constitutional Amendment, Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, because if we didn't have the right to bear arms, we would have been enslaved to Britain, period, point blank, end of story. But we're warriors, we're fighters, and we have to really believe, you know, stand truthful for and really fight for sovereignty. You know, we have to fight for a democracy, and you know, we got to be prepared for whatever comes, because anything is possible. That's my opinion.
And my clarion call to everyone out there is envision the future from your heart that you desire. Me, that's peace on earth. I want Burning Man. You know, I go down to the parks right now and everybody's gathering. People want to be around each other. I had a friend over, Justin. I live in a bubble, kind of probably like you. You're in your own world. You got your own things going on. My friend came over. She's single. She's lonely, bro. Seriously lonely. I mean, a good friend of mine. I'm like, well, you know, come over for dinner once a week or something. But, you know, but that's real. Again, I got a family. I live in a bubble, you know.
So real fast, going live. Oakland says I'm out of here. What do you mean by that? And Whirlwind Dreamer, mediation, music or silence, guided or solo? You mean meditation, right? Not mediation, because I don't think you're talking about some kind of legal dispute that you're solving with mediation. I think you're talking about meditation, music or silence, guided or solo. I would say both. No, Troy? I mean, you're the expert on meditation.
Well, I mean, I'm trained by S.N. Goenka, Vipassana meditation, to deal with what is. And that is silent. You just deal with the vibrations of your own consciousness, and you scan the body. And you focus on the breath in the beginning, because that sharpens the mind. And so just the breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose, that sharpens the mind. Then you feel the vibrations all over your body, and you scan the body up and down. That's the way I'm trained for Vipassana. I've done a lot of hypnosis. I think downloading some binaural beats and going to sleep, reprogramming your mind, is a good idea. You know, and meditation means different things to different people. So, you know, my advice is, if you've sat with music and guided imagery, see what happens when you just get right up there on your little pillow and just close your eyes and see if you can do that for 30 minutes and just deal with yourself. You know, that to me is the highest level. My meditation teacher used to say, when you do mantras and stuff like that, or E or Om, anything that you're meditating on, that's like a gong that radiates. And yes, it protects you, but it doesn't deal with the defilements at the root level of the mind. It blocks them out. And if you're looking to heal the nervous system and neuroplasticity, then Vipassana is the most direct route to healing. It just so happens to be a very long and arduous path. And I think you should throw some psychedelics in there if you've got a good meditation practice to help you go to the next level, or, just mix it up. But ultimately, being able to sit with yourself, by yourself, in silence, in nature, in your own house, that's a high level of awareness. So
Judith asked a question. You could answer her. Juno Me 20.
what is the best reply to give when a store refuses to service you if you're not wearing a mask? All right. Well, Judith, this is a very good question, because this is the one that I struggle with. There's always two forces on the planet: yin, yang, masculine, feminine, inhalation, exhalation. So when I go into a store, sometimes I just want to get something and get out. Other times I'm with my kids, or just I don't feel like putting on the mask. So do I make a protest and stand for my rights? That's an exercise. I'm happy to do that. Other times I know what it's like. I don't want to get engaged. I put my shirt over my face, or I put my protest on, okay, I'm here. Is everybody happy? And then I go do my thing. Or, once I'm through the front of the door, I take the thing off. Whatever. It just depends on how much time in the day I have. I actually got kicked out of all these stores. So I just tell my wife, either she can do it or order it online. And,
Whirlwind Dreamer says it's a violation of my freedom of speech, and more powerfully, it's a violation of the Disability Act for real. I think you're talking about the HEPA.
I got kicked out of the co-op, making all those points. And then it escalates from there, right? Because the homie in the co-op that I've known for 20 years is like, sorry, dude. I'm like, dude, you know me for 20, the fucking mask is bullshit, dude. I don't care. I said, I'm going in anyways. We're not going to ring you up. And so I'm just like, whatever. And then I go in there, I drink a kombucha and stuff. I come out, order. They don't ring me up. And I'm like, well, I got to pay for this. And he goes, well, that's considered theft. And I'm like, really, dude? You know me for 20 years. So the bottom line is there's form and function. Whether I'm right, I'm still offending this guy, upsetting his job. He's either going to rat me out, call the cops. I don't want any problems, but I do want to stand for my rights. So I'm trying to walk the razor's edge of the yin yang circle.
Yeah.
But making a stand and, screaming freedom at City Hall, I think that was beautiful. At least I felt, empowered.
I am Pedro. Says, sorry, I didn't pronounce it right. How do you prepare for a dry fasting? You should be careful with dry fasting. I can tell you that because my daughter's had to do it because she's wrestled, so she has to cut so much weight to the point where she's sauning and running in the sauna and spitting. Dry fasting is probably not where you want to be unless you're fighting. Because the people that I know that dry fast, for the most part, are fighters. Like my friends dry fast. But that's very severe, and that could shut your liver down and stuff. So you got to be careful with dry fasting. Unless you got some serious disease and you're trying to really just eradicate it.
Yeah, so you got to be healthy first and foremost. So buy my book and do the 9 pillars of health. And then if you've got a disease like Lyme disease or I don't recommend your daughter doing extreme stuff like that because
no, she doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
but she that's what they recommend in wrestling. That's the game. It's extreme. Wrestling is the most extreme of all the sports.
Yeah, and cutting. I mean, bodybuilding.
The cutting weight is gnarly.
Yeah, bodybuilding's got a lot of cutting and all that stuff in there. It's just it's unhealthy on many levels, especially psychologically, and it puts a yo-yo in the body, and it's hard to find balance after competition. So the bottom line is dry fasting is extremely advanced. If you have, Lyme, autoimmune, like I had black mold exposure, so dry fasting was extremely beneficial for me. It is the great equalizer because it chokes off all the microbes. They're fucked. They're not going to get any water or food, no nutrition. within 18 hours, you go into a state of autophagy and ketosis, probably 15 hours. And you just feel amazing. Fasting is like 3 days of water fasting or 9 days of juice cleansing. So I take people through my juice cleanse, which is in the link in my bio.
And you do it.
That's the easiest because it's the most nutrient dense. You're building the body up while you're cleaning it out at the same time. So that's very safe and effective. If you want to start advancing and you've got Lyme's disease or autoimmune and stuff like that, then you can get into dry fasting, but you've got to get your vitality up. You got to get your qigong on point, your hydration on point, your organic nutrition on point. Again, back to my nutrition program. So get your nutrition up, get your strength up, and then we can talk about a dry fast. And then we'll start out with 15 to 18 hours and ramp it up. I've done up to 61 hours.
So Serafina says Roy Jones cutting muscle mass was his decline. She works with a lot of boxers. That's true. It's not the best thing to do. Like you said, you got to have your vitality. But Johnny, your eyes are deteriorating because you're looking at something. And like I've told you in the past, you have to exercise your eyes, and you have to look forward, look back, look up, look side, look down, look side, look up, look around, and then, you know, do things like that. Just hold it there, hold it to the left, hold it to the right, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it down, hold it up. It's a muscle. Your eyes are a muscle. So some of the greatest draftsmen in the world never lost their eyesight because they're always, those are the guys that draw from life. When you start drawing in the computer and you start drawing like I do a lot, which is like really close, like I'm drawing here, that's bad. If I start drawing from life, like the old school masters, you know, then you're able to focus there, focus here, focus there, focus here. That will save your eyes. You can actually get your eyesight back.
Stronger.
You can get your eyesight back. I know a bunch of people that do that. Blank Muniz recommends, ask, you should ask it in the thing, in the question thing, because I'm liking the algorithms. But she said, best water filter, recommend any brand?
You know, with water, you want to do the best that you can without going neurotic. So commercially in the United States, we've got a company, I think nationwide, it's called Culligan. They'll pull out the total dissolved solids. They'll zero out the TDS, you know, and then you got to remineralize the water. So I made a video on that, water quality. It's on my YouTube channel. You know, structure the water with minerals, and I have a vortexer. If you can get spring and glass, it's the best. The best water filter is going to be quadruple or triple filtered reverse osmosis. That's going to zero it out. That's going to be at least clean. Or you can buy a distiller, and there's two trains of thoughts. Distilling strips away minerals. Some people say it strips away heavy metals. It can clean you out. And then, you know, some people say that spring and glass is the best living water. So do the best you can. I live in a city. We do reverse osmosis. And
carbon filtration.
And then I structure the water in a vortexer, lowers the surface tension of the water, makes it more absorbable. And at least I have pure water going into my body with high mineral content. So get whatever. Pristine Hydro sells good equipment. If you're in Los Angeles, my guy, Billy Ozone, does all the high-end ozone filtration systems and saltwater pools for Hollywood elite. And I have information on that. I got to get you a shower filter, bro.
Yeah, you do. And also, let me just answer a couple of questions. So, Sarah, you're asking Mountain Valley. I used to use Mountain Valley. I like it because it's in glass, but I hate the taste of it. That's my personal opinion. I can't stand it.
It doesn't work for me.
It feels super heavy to me. It feels super heavy. I love that it's in glass, but I can't handle the taste. Is calcium in water bad? Artesian water? Well water, my mom has a well. It's bad just because it's sitting stagnant. So you want to have the best water is spring water because it's living and moving. The human body is water, moving water. Once we're not moving, we're stagnant. That's where disease and all that shit. So you don't want to get, I think well water is bad water, but some people have no choice. Like my mom, she has a well. So you got to take the well water and then you got to do something to it. You got to re-enliven it. You have to reimagine it. And sometimes that could be just pinching salt in it, or like Troy, you have a spinner, right?
I got a spinner. Pinching the salt is great. Somebody asked what's the best bottled water? Fiji, Evian, you know, those are, and then Evian you can get in glass from restaurants. My mentor Paul Check drinks that.
Do you remember when that company Raw Water was around? They were in glass.
Yeah, they're still around.
They are?
Yeah, they shipped down from Oregon.
That was some of the best water I've ever had in my life.
Air One sells it, I think.
I haven't had raw water in years, but I'm a water guy. Like I have a four process filtration, reverse osmosis, carbon filtration, and then it runs through a bunch of rocks and minerals, you know. So I use the water guys. They're good, but I think water is super key. I think I'd have been dead by now if I didn't have good water. Essentia, I'm not a fan of Essentia.
Anything in plastic, you're going to be getting xenoestrogens. So try and move towards
glass.
That's why I like reverse osmosis systems, but I
agree with that.
I'm going to buy a distiller because even though there's two trains of thoughts and everybody's like, well, my ideas are the best. I do like the idea of distillation, and ideas and philosophies are one thing, but it has no ballast in reality until you can pull it off in your physiology, biology, and psychology. So I'm going to buy a distiller and I'm going to test it and I'm going to report back to all you guys like I always do.
Josh asked, Rec36, are shower filters necessary? This is going to be the last question because then we're going to have to go. But Troy says yes because I don't have one, so he's right. It is.
Well, just remember there's a higher absorption rate through your skin. So you're taking in all those chemicals. So absolutely. Plus, if you looked at my shower filter, especially when I lived in Venice, I put a new shower filter in. Within the first week, it's brown and yellow. I mean, Damn. It's like there's rust moving through the pipes and stuff like that. So you want, you know, a shower filter. I'm going to give you Christian's phone number and we can post that up.
I'm not a Kangen water fan personally.
No,
I think Kangen's a scam. I think it's a fully scam. Like for me, from what I understand, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't think Kangen's the real deal.
Yeah, the thing about, I think alkaline water may have an application here and there, but there's multiple. Let me see if I can knock it out of the park in 2 minutes. All right, so you
only have 1 minute, and then we're going to be disconnected.
Okay, so we are acid alkaline. That's what makes the electricity inside the human body. Your pH in your stomach acid should be a 1.0. That's acid. You should be able to digest your food with the stomach acid. If you're putting alkaline water in there, you're going to kill the digestive fire eventually. And so we need balance, not more alkaline or more acid. We need balance is what we need. And so, and then you need a triple filtration system on the Kangen machine. Otherwise, you're going to be electrocuting heavy metals in your water, right? And you don't want poison water. Plus, the machines need to be cleaned after every 300 gallons. How do I know? Because my friend used to service the machines for all the top distributors in Kangen. They need to be cleaned out every 300 gallons. Otherwise, you're going to be drinking poison water. And most people do not maintain their machines.
Well, there you go, guys. There you have it. Drink clean water, at least reverse osmosis, carbon filtration at the very least. Distilled water is good. And spring water is always a good thing, unless it's Mountain Valley and then it tastes like shit. Okay, guys.
Eat your greens. Link in my
and that's where you get really good water. Be like my daughter and eat like she's walking around. She eats about 4 or 5 cucumbers a day, and that's actually the cleanest water in the world. You should get your water from cucumbers, coconuts, etc., and so on, and that's the best ever. Love you guys. Peace. We're gonna be cut off. Peace.
I love you guys. Peace.